Seems very odd to me to look at the lifestyle that another woman has willfully chosen and to dog on her and to bring her down and say that her lifestyle is not respectable or dignified. And I don't even know that this woman actually is a trad wife. For all I know, she could be cosplaying for TikTok. But I'll just assume, based on this video, that this is what she does in her daily life. And based on this video, she seems really perky and happy. So isn't that what we want for women now? From even a feminist perspective, don't you want women to be happy, choosing the path that's right for them? And sometimes that path is tradition. Sometimes it's a trad wife. Ooh.
What's going on, everyone? Sauce King here today. I'm reacting to a video from Amala. I'm not gonna say her last name. I'm sorry. I'm a butcher it. She's gonna react to a video called "What's Wrong with Being a Trad Wife?" And as some of you may or may not know, I'm a 26-year-old black man, if that wasn't obvious enough. Bruh. And I am married, right? I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, you're married," and my marriage is as tradcon as it gets, right? My wife's a stay-at-home mom. Well, my wife does have a bachelor's degree. She's more educated than me, you know. Bruh. But she's a housewife. And I mentioned before that a lot of people, especially her family, had problems with her being a stay-at-home wife. But I mean, she's loving it. She gets full control of her time. Bruh. She saves me money, right? Because if you look at the child care for taking care of one child, well, it's almost like, I forgot the average cost, but my wife saves me about $2,300 a month raising our kids at home. Bruh. And people think that, oh, she's not bringing anything to the table. Like, those are just ignorant people who never been in a tradcon relationship before. Because at the end of the day, what you're not spending money on, you're saving. That's $2,300 I don't have to spend, right? And there's a book that Elizabeth Warren, when she used to make sense, it was called The Two Income Trap. And she was making the argument how when women work, it doesn't actually give you a net benefit to the family. Bruh. Right? Because the expenses it takes for you to go to work, come back, you're still using that money. You're still wasting money. Oh, daycare expenses. I just told you, for one kid, $2,300. If you have more than that, bruh, daycare is expensive. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Daycare is very expensive. This is why you got all these single women trying to tell the government, "Oh, we need free daycare. We need subsidies. We need help with this stuff." Because single women, y'all, bruh. Yo, I'm telling you, I already did the article. Not an article. I already reacted to the article. Being single is a luxury. Bruh. I'm saying it right here, right now. Especially if you're a woman, it's a luxury. Because there's a lot of cost that comes to being a woman. All the makeup. Because look, y'all responsible for 85% of consumer spending. Hey, I'm just a messenger. I'm just reporting the facts. Y'all can get mad about reality all y'all want, but that's the reality. I'm just pointing it out. But y'all want to get mad at tradcon wives. Okay, I digress. Let's get back into it. I'm sorry I rambled, guys. I hope y'all found that insightful. Let's get into the video.
While the world continues to condemn traditional wives, she's cleaning, she's cooking, she's got a little basil plant, making muffins. I'm sensing a theme here. Oh my God. Lots of food.
My wife does all that except put the makeup on. But we'd like to do walks, like spend time with my family. My stay-at-home wife, we're trying to homeschool our 2-year-old son. So we're buying something called, I think it's called Kuman. Every morning, an hour a day, she's teaching my son or our son, how to cut today. He's doing a little bit of math, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, vocabulary stuff. He's learning that stuff. And that's what stay-at-home moms do. They can invest more of their time towards their family. Bruh. But modern culture will tell you that's a bad thing. Modern culture will tell you, go be a feminist, go be a career woman, and be just a number on a stat sheet. So when they need to reduce resources, they're cutting you out of the company. Go be that. But these people will sit here and say you won't find any happiness being this. When everyone's trying to figure it out. Everyone's trying to figure out what happiness is. And for a majority of women, this will be happiness. Because I already tell you the stats. Statistically, liberal women are the most unhappiest people in America, at least, according to 2020 American YouGov studies. Bruh. So you're going to let the most unhappiest people in the world tell you how you should live your life? Women? If you want happiness and you go, oh, well, statistically, it's not in my favor to be just a childless career woman. Bruh. Family is a big predicate of relationship, of happiness for women. Liberal women are more mentally unstable compared to conservative women, right? They're more likely to be diagnosed with mental health issues, more likely to be depressed, to be on antidepressant meds. Bruh. Everything the liberals are practicing, because end of the day, I don't go with words. I don't go, oh, if a liberal woman tell me, oh, I'm happy, I don't go off that. I go off the results. And the results is, for most women, going down the path of the liberal woman will lead to unhappiness. And that's the truth. But I digress. Let's get into it.
Perfume, makeup. I can already see why a modern day feminist might not love this video so much.
But I thought feminism was about choice. Nope. It's about going down a particular path that they want you to go down, right? So what? At least as conservatives, men, we know what we want. We say, hey, we want a traditional wife. This is what we want right here. And if you don't meet that, hey, you don't meet that. Don't get mad about it. Live your life. But no, they want to push back at this. They want to outrage against this. For what? When they do their little videos about I'm strong, independent, whatever, no one says nothing. I mean, you still get negative comments. You get negative comments no matter what you say or do, bro. That's just the reality of putting yourself out on the internet. You're always going to get negative comments. But for the most part, conservatives don't care about modern women like that. Right? And the majority of women still don't identify as feminists. But so I don't know what the problem is. Statistically, I'm going to keep referencing the statistics until I'm blue in the face. Most men still want a traditional woman. We're the majority, not the minority, bro. And the feminists that's trying to say, oh, only a small percentage of men want traditional women. It doesn't make sense. Are coping right now, because majority of men are still traditional. We still are held to a traditional standard of what a man should bring to the table. Modern women just wants to pick and choose what applies to them and what not. They want to be equal in here, but they don't want to be equal there. Come on, guys. It don't make any sense, guys. Either you're for equality or you're for traditional gender roles. You got to pick one. Traditional marriage have a higher statistical success rate than non-traditional marriage. Like, these are the facts and the evidence, the results. I don't care about your intentions. I care about the results. But hey, I digress.
Packing up a lunchbox, presumably for her husband. Cooking some more. She's saying, I'll continue to live my truth. Y'all know I don't like the phrase my truth.
It's the truth.
That's neither here nor there.
My perception of the truth is whether I appreciate it or not. That's it. That's what my truth really means. Do I appreciate the objective truth or I don't? Do I appreciate the wall here or I don't? The wall doesn't exist and you run into their wall and then you try to Bruh. That's what the my truth stuff really means. Your perception of the truth, whether I accept it or not, whether I adhere to it or not. That's what my truth really means. I'm just saying. I'm breaking it down for y'all today.
So she's cooking. She's showing off this lifestyle. It's clear that she's going for a Marilyn-esque type look and has definitely taken on the style of like the 1950s. And there we are. That is the video that has people going crazy over themselves. This girl cooking, cleaning, making lunch for her husband, and providing for her house.
Every time I work out of this office. My wife, she comes in with food. And she's like, here, babe, give me my breakfast. I eat. Give me my lunch. I eat. Right? I'm just here and I'm able to do work. Like, imagine if I didn't have my wife, I'm working. I'm like, damn, I have to take time away from my work to go get food, cook it, whatever. And that could be a time sink. She saves me that time, and that allows me to work more. Bruh. I already told you the stats. Married men make more income. And I think the reason why married men make more income than single men is married men have time to actually do more, to clock in more hours at work compared to their single counterparts. That's why I think married men make more money. So if you spend more time doing work, you probably get more work done, right? You probably at work more often. You probably have the ability to picture yourself a lot better because you'll be like, hey, look how much I got done. I think I deserve a promotion. Bruh. Women take more time off than men, statistically. It doesn't matter if they're married or single. They take more vacations than men. Bruh. But they want to get equal pay. Okay. And these are some of the advantages that people don't see in a marriage because they're not in one. Most people who talk down about marriage has never been married in their life. Bruh. I'm just saying. This is why they're getting all this outrage, because it kills them that people still want to be traditional wives. I think that's where it's rooted in. That's an assumption I'm making. I'm being honest about that.
Household. No way. Now, before we delve further into commentary here, let's define what a trad wife is. According to Wikipedia, a trad wife is, in recent Western culture, typically denotes a woman who believes in traditional gender roles and a patriarchal marriage. Many trad wives believe that a woman does not lose rights by choosing to take a traditional gender role in marriage.
Exactly. It's not like you're being forced to be married, because at the end of the day, a relationship it's a consenting situation. You both have to approve of being in the marriage to go into the marriage. You both have to agree in entering the marriage together. So no rights was being lost. All this stems from is that these feminist liberal women are mad that a woman's making a different choice than them. That's all it is. Bruh. That don't sound authoritarian to y'all? Oh, you made a choice that differs from mine. You're bad. That's all it comes down to. She made a choice. Conservative women make these choices every day. No matter how educated, no matter how high in their career they go, yo, I want a family. And they make proper sacrifices. Right? First they focus on the family. Once the family's old enough, they go back to being career women. But they have the both. But you can't have both at the same time. You have to pick and choose. You have to pick certain, you have to switch off. My wife was in her career. We had our son, and then she realized, hey, the first month she had to go back to work without my son, she cried. Bruh. Because she really loved her family. And this is the case with a lot of conservative women. And then when they make a choice to be home, to do what makes them happy, they get a bunch of ish online from liberal, unhappy women. Bruh. Imagine this. If I told you, hey, you're doing the decision that the most unhappy liberal women are mad about, I'll say, oh, damn, you're doing a good job. Because at the end of the day, the stats speaks for itself. Liberal women, y'all not happy for the most part. Most of y'all anyway. So you want you want all the women to do the same thing you're doing when what you're doing won't make most women happy. Bruh. I don't understand this. But they want to act like, oh, we just want people to live their life. We just want women to have a choice. But the minute a woman make a choice that differs from what is expected from modern women, y'all want to get outraged and mad. So much for freedom of choice. It's freedom to do our choice. That's what the feminists wanted to do. But hey, I digress.
So, I'm not quite sure that I agree with the definition of saying this is a patriarchal marriage, because it insinuates that the man has some sort of power over this woman,
and this is another thing I hate about identity politics, is that they always assuming that because you're a certain race or you're a certain gender that you're not leading the relationship, or you're under the authority of the popular power structure. Very Marxist ideas, right? Like, imagine, how can a relationship be something conflict? Like, to me, this is one of the problems I have with liberals and leftists. They always want to try to categorize everything as a fight. Oh, you're in a relationship? Fight. You're in a corporate setting? Fight. It's not like I chose to take the job. No, I'm a victim somehow because I'm a black man in corporate America. Bruh. Like, I took that. They gave me a salary. I agreed to the salary. I agreed to do the work on that salary. If I want more, I go find more, or I negotiate with my employer. That's it. But these people always want to be, oh, nothing's ever your fault. You're a victim. You're a victim. They're always trying to sell this idea that women can't make choices for themselves. And I hate that. I can't stand that. Because I'm like, yo, if a woman's 18, she could do whatever she wants. As long as it's not interfering with the rights of someone else's. So what y'all mad about? I don't understand. She made a different choice than y'all. Deal with it. Oh, you don't like the fact that she's putting it out there on the internet, and it might influence some younger women to go her path. Well, aren't you doing the same thing? Bruh. Like, this is the hypocrisy I call out all the time.
That there's a power dynamic in play, rather than that they are filling two equal roles of different natures.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm seeing here. Her husband is seemingly going to work providing for the family. And while that's being done, he's away from the household, a household that he can't take care of, that he can't keep in.
I don't have time. Between YouTube and my job, I don't have time to do a lot of things. Bruh. My wife's with my son almost 24/7. And when I can, I give her a break. Like when I'm done with work, I give her a break. Like 2-hour break, whatever. And then I go to the park with him and I have father and son time with my son. Right? But that's the dynamic we have. That's why I said relationships are complementary. Right? You can't come in and have two bulls in a relationship. It ain't gonna work. Sorry. Bruh. Even the Bible says that. The Bible says you cannot be unequally yoked. So if you're a high power woman, you want a high power man, that relationship ain't gonna work. Because who's gonna take care of the kids? Oh, y'all ain't gonna have kids? Okay, then y'all have nothing to worry about. But to me, why get married if you're not gonna have kids? Bruh. Like, see, this is the kind of thing, like, it's just a difference of perspective, worldview. But like I said, the liberals, the intolerant left, they make the claim that if you don't see the world the same way I do, you're evil. And that's what we're facing here today. Control freaks and people who just want to live their lives. That's the great political battle we have here in our cultural war.
Check maybe kids that he can't rear while he's out at work, and she's taking on that separate but equal role in the household and making sure.
All this shows me is that feminism don't value men and what women do versus what men do the same. That's what it shows me today. Bruh. Because you think I'll be in a relationship with my wife if I didn't value what she brings to the marriage? And just because it's not monetary, people think, oh, he's just taking care of her. She's not doing anything for him. Nope. No, that's a lie. She is. She's saving me money, right? We barely move our cars. That's gas money I'm saving. The education point, she's teaching my kid. My kid's going to have a good academic advantage before he even goes to first grade. Come on. Only a parent that has a lot of time, that has time freedom, can do that. And that's what I gave my wife. I gave her time freedom, and she doesn't have to worry about providing for the house. I provide for the house. We work out. Okay, hey, so that you can't. How you gonna compete with us? Both parents working at home. Who's gonna teach your kid? Oh, you want to get a tutor? That takes more money. Do you have the means to do that? Right? To compete with us, you have to make a lot of money just to do what we're doing here, with fraction of the cost. I'm sitting here doing work, making money, and at the same time, my wife's here teaching my kid, taking care of the house. This is why kids that come from two-parent households statistically have better outcomes than people who come from a single-parent household or a co-parenting situation. Because little nuances like this, the unseen things, the intangibles that you don't see in a relationship, right? And people like to judge relationships based on metrics. Oh, what your husband do for a living, what you do for a living, what degree he has, what degree you have. We don't base on how well the family is, what morals and what values that your family is having. We don't value that here in our modern culture anymore. I'll let Amala finish her point here, and I think I'm gonna wrap up the video soon.
Sure that everything runs smoothly for the both of them. So you can define that as patriarchal if you guess, but that's all dependent on how you view power dynamics. Now, a lot of the hate that she's getting on this video is women saying, this is such a horrible lifestyle. I would never want this for my...
Exactly. Personal opinion. I called it out before we even got to the end of the video. I'm done bragging. I'm just saying.
Self, I think it's disgusting that you take on this submissive role for your husband. Why do you need to be pretty for him? Why do you need to clean for him? Why do you need to cook for him?
And imagine all this entitlement. Like, this is modern women. Modern women like, oh, why you need to cook for him? Why you need to clean for him? Why you need to do anything for him? And then if you ask, oh, why man need to protect you? Why man need to provide for you? Why man needs to court you? Why man needs to even do anything for you, woman? You flip the logic on them on his head, and they look at you like,
how dare you?
How dare you ask us a question, right? If a man asks a woman what you bring to the table, she'll respond, I am the table. Bruh. But y'all wanted equality. But y'all can't even take what y'all dish out. Like it's mind-boggling to me. And your kids left to raise themselves. How many kids you heard? Like, how many kids you hear that both of their parents are like high-achieving people, and they're like, oh, I don't spend any time with my parents. Bruh. And you know what kids do when they're not supervised by their parents? They go into getting themselves into trouble. And most of the time, those kids that get themselves into trouble, they're really doing it to get attention from their parents. But no one talks about the bad things that can happen when you do a power couple stuff. No, they want to criticize traditional marriage, gender rolled marriage. And I'm sick of that.
Is your man incapable? All these different complaints toward this woman. And it's okay that women feel that way. If it's not the role that you want in your life and you don't want to provide for a husband as a trad wife or in this traditional manner, then don't do it. One of the wonderful things about the modern day and age is that we as women have an abundance of choices all laid out in front of us. And some of us choose to go down the career path and higher education and all these different things. Others go and choose to be trad wives. And, in between both of those separate poles is a lot of happy mediums and different choices that women choose to make, unconventional lifestyles that aren't traditional in any sense. And guess what? Women are going out and doing them. It seems very odd to me to look at the lifestyle that another woman has willfully chosen and to dog on her and to bring her down and say that her lifestyle is not respectable.
Because they're not happy. That's the reality. Liberal women ain't happy. Liberal women are the only ones that's mad about this. Women who are more like, if I'm reacting from a political sense, more centrist or conservative, they're not gonna react this way towards this woman. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm happy for her. I hope you're happy doing that. Hey, I'm excited for you. I'm glad you're happy. Go for it." Only liberal women will cry about this. The people who are statistically the least happiest people in America will cry about this because a woman made a different choice. Misery love company. That's what they like to say. But I think I'm going to end it off there. If you guys want to watch the rest of the video, I'll leave the link in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate you for watching to the end of the video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.